Welcome back to Archie Sonic the Hedgehog, Episode 7. Random guy says, 2.6 seconds, a new record. Sonic the Hedgehog in The Island Hedgehog, Part 1. Now that's something you don't see every day, Sonic. You're right, Tails. We fly out looking for Robotnik's hovercraft, and we find an island floating in the sky. What do you suppose is keeping it from falling? Probably a Chaos Emerald. Of course, that's only a theory. Still, it seems the most logical explanation. Maybe we should check it out. Ah, a couple of unwanted guests. Time to roll out the unwelcome mat. Thwack! Talk about direct hits. Yeah, right on target with that rocket. What a way to greet a couple of tourists. Let's bail. This is plain crazy. Snatch. Who'd want to shoot down a couple of swell guys like us? Need to ask? This smells rotten with a capital R. R as in Robotnik. Crash. So much for our ticket home. Is this any way to run an airline? I hate these unscheduled stops. So what do we do now, Sonic? Boing. Find out if the natives are restless, I guess. Maybe they can point us to the nearest travel agent and book passage on the next flight to Knothole Forest. Neither of you are going anywhere, except down. And out. Whoosh! Incoming! I've heard of warm receptions, but this is ridiculous. Whoosh! Puff, puff. It's an assaulting batter blimp. We'd better duck and cover. Shoomp. Holy 16-bit graphics. I think I've been covered by some sort of energy shield. No telling how long the effect will last. Better get our feet wet while we're still able. Hit the drink, Tails. But it isn't even Saturday night. Blub, blub, blub. At this rate, we may never see Sunday morning. My bright, shiny new shield's fizzled out. And there's never a plumber around when you really need one. Is this what they mean by go with the flow? Hey readers, help Sonic by pushing those buttons on your Sega Genesis. Crumble! Whoops, not quick enough. Oh well, practice makes perfect. Swoosh! It's no use. We can't fight the suction any longer. We're going down the drain. Blacking out. Looks like we're sunk. Hey, who turned out the lights? Click. That's better. Now for the $64,000 question. Where are we? Exactly where I want you to be. That's not the voice we all know and despise. Then, who is it? That's the first intelligent question I've heard all day. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Knuckles, last of the Echidna and guardian of the Chaos Emerald. My pal Robotnik told me how you guys were planning to put the snatch on the jewel. We don't take kindly to trespassers on the floating island, but we hate would-be thieves even worse. End of Part 1. Sonic the Hedgehog in The Island Hedgehog, Part 2. Part 2. Sonic, you were right. It is a Chaos Emerald that keeps this island afloat. Correct, you two-tailed twit. While that dope of a dupe deals with my hated enemy, we shall abscond with the gem in question, and use its energies to recharge my crippled hovercraft. Oh, you're so evil, Doctor. Playing the Echidna against the Hedgehog was a stroke of genius. I know, Snively. I know. Watch carefully. This is the part I really like.
That proves it. Robotnik was right. How else would you guys know about the emerald?
You just told us on the last page of Part 1. Yeah, like, duh. Oh, a couple of wiseacres, eh? Well, I'm going to make you ache, all right. With a Knuckles sandwich. Still, we echidnas are firm but fair. I'm gonna give you a chance to get out of my life. And off my island. You got a 10-minute head start before I'm gunning for you. If you aren't good and gone by then... Gulp? Nice guy. Yeah, nice like old Robotnik. Let's juice, Tails. We gotta prove our innocence in 10 minutes or less. Knuckles! Is your brain as tiny as the insects you devour? Those two are jewel thieves, not freedom fighters, like me. You've let them slip through your fingers.
Keep your shirt on, Doc. You take care of business, while I give those guys the business.
Bzzz. Oh, how I hate free will. The echidna has left me little choice. Time to move up the countdown on Blastoff. SWATbot XL5. Has that curmudgeonly crustacean crab meat returned with my new power source? Yes, Lord Robotnik. He approaches even as we speak. Your Chaos Emerald, my lord. Well done, crab meat. It's true what they say. With great genius comes great power. At last, all the forces of the universe in one bright, shiny green jewel. I pity the hedgehog who messes with me now. Meanwhile, this Tarzan stuff is for the birds, not for foxes. Or hedgehogs. We know we're innocent, Sonic, but how do we prove it? We're not going to, Tails. If things run true to form, Robotnik will do it for us. They're not leaving. Good thing I'm not the trusting type. Those bums are heading straight for the jewel. This calls for drastic action. Better hoof it through the hidden passageway, and head 'em off at, pop, the stone! It isn't there anymore. You guys couldn't have taken it, 'cause you're only just now getting here. Which means... I've been played for a sap. And nobody, but nobody, plays Knuckles for a sap and gets away with it. Lead me to Robotnik. All aboard. Next stop, Robotropolis. Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed. The Emerald has done its work well, your lordship. Splendid. Ready to move out. Yes, we'd best hang on to this bauble. No telling when we may need it. Whoosh! Again? Looking for this, Robobutt? Well, look no further. Me and the Hedgehog have come to an understanding. We understand that you're a jerk. Get them! Get them now! Womp, bump, alu bump, a womp bam boom. Nice job. Smack. You too. Fellas? Where's Robotnik? Vroom. The engines. They're moving. Rats. This is still no way to run an airline. Is it always this way with you guys? Every day, all the time. Hop. You may have won this round, Hedgehog. Skip. But I'll get you yet. Jump. And that echidna Knuckles, too. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Speaking of things that have been trashed, what about our plane? Funny you should ask that. While you guys were sleeping off your unexpected swim, I was busy picking up the pieces. Great. Zip. I love puzzles. Zip. Especially, zip, once they've been put together. Zip. Ta-da. Show off. Zoom. That hedgehog's one palooka that will keep you running. Still, I have this funny feeling that I haven't seen the last of those mugs. Is Knuckles friend or foe? Sonic and Tails would like to know. Check out upcoming issues for further details. The end. Sonic the Hedgehog in Space in Your Face. Part 1. Hold still while I carve your block head. I mean, your head from a block, Antoine. Vrrr. How is this, Sonic? Sonic has found a way to combine his sonic spin with his artistic skills, Bunny. He could shape a block of wood, a boulder, or even a piece of clay into a statue in seconds. Sonic, stop! What the? Bzap! Sally, Rotor, you made me ruin Antoine's statue, even if it is an improvement. Eek! Sorry, Sonic. Never mind that, Sonic. Rotor and I just came back from a reconnaissance mission outside Robotropolis. That mad tyrant Robotnik has built an orbiting space weapon called Robostorm. It can fire a series of powerful rays at our planet and roboticize any living being within a 100-mile radius. It can also cause your TV set to only tune into infomercials. How do you know all this, Princess? We saw the space weapon and overheard Robotnik bragging about how he invented it. He probably stole the idea from a comic book. We've got to stop this Robostorm from being launched, or we're all history, dudes. I have a plan. But we'll have to get past a team of SWAT bots. Hey, no SWAT. No sweat, man. Later, just outside Robotropolis, Robotnik really loves himself. Everything he builds looks like him. How can you get rid of all those SWAT bots, Sonic? By moving so fast that only one bot at a time will see me. Watch. Ta-da!
The Hedgehog.
Yo, bot, catch me. Guess who? Kick. You. Knock knock.
Huh?
Success.
You can't escape from me, Hedgehog.
This is our chance, freedom fighters. Let's go for it. Inside Robostorm, start sabotaging the main circuits, guys. The circuits? Oh boy, where are the clowns? You are the only clown around here, Tails. Speaking of clowns, here comes a real bozo. Robotnik. Yes, Snively. This is truly the nastiest, most evil, vile, and beastly device I've ever invented. Congratulations on a job well done, Master Robotnik. Thank you. Just think how the freedom fighters will feel when they are suddenly roboticized by a blast from above. That is, if they're still able to feel anything. Master, the SWAT bots who were guarding the Robostorm are gone. And the door is open. Someone is inside. I'll crush them. I'll annihilate them. I'll roar. I'll get a new spacesuit. Smoky black just isn't my color. May I suggest we pursue them, your sootiness? Soon. It's cool that we escaped in Robostorm, Sally, but how do we sabotage it while we're in it? We can't, Sonic. That's why I'm trying to take us back to Knothole. Just look out there, sugar. Isn't outer space awesome? It's kind of scary, Bunny. I feel like we're trapped inside a giant gumball machine. Those gumballs are the 100 moons that orbit around our planet, Tails. There they are, oh demented one. Shall I blast them with the de-energizer? Wait till I cover my eyes, Snively. I can't stand to watch you blast something that has my glorious likeness. Ready, aim, kablam! What happened? Is everyone alright? I'm okay, but this scene is upside down.
Shh! I just drained all the power from your ship. Now I'll either tow you back to Mobius and roboticize you, or I'll leave you to drift in space forever. Hee hee ha 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 ha!
End of part 1. Sonic the Hedgehog in Space in Your Face, part 2.
Sonic the Hedgehog, and the rest of you, my future slaves, prepare for your last ride.
Look, Sal. The control panel says there's still some auxiliary power left. Enough to fly a short distance. But we're thousands of miles from Mobius. Right, but I can get us to one of those moons. It's our only chance to survive. Let's do it. Boom.
Snively, the freedom fighters are escaping. Catch them.
That moon straight ahead is the nearest, Sonic. I suppose it's too late to mention that I prefer striped moons to polka dot ones.
Oh no!
It's not too late?
No, we don't have enough power for a soft landing. Hold on tight. We're gonna crash. Splat!
Splat? What happened to crash? We didn't crash, we sunk.
Sank.
Zinked. We're almost completely submerged in mud. You mean muck. This must be the legendary moon known as Muckery. The entire surface is covered in a thick layer of muck, and the air is too thin to breathe for any length of time. Guess we'll have to stay together through thick and thin. No, Tails. We will have to stay here until I can think of something clever.
Sorry, Twan. I don't think Robotnik will wait that many years. Well, well. Splot. The freedom fighters are stuck in the muck, Snively.
Excuse me, your grossness, but so are we.
Correct, Snively. But you're forgetting, Clank, that our ship, Clunk, is a transformer. Kerchunk. I'm going to have to free Sonic and his friends from the muck with a hard kick. Would you do the honors, Snively? I can't bear to kick my own lovely head.
Of course, Master.
Slam! Well done, Snively. I've invented a new game. Freedom Fighter Football. I never thought I'd get such a kick out of kicking myself. Splat, sploosh, splot. Ha 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 ho 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 ho.
Your Lowness, the freedom fighters were not in Robostorm when we kicked it.
What? Get them!
We can't last very long in this thin air, Sonic. And we won't get far in this muck. We are in the deep trouble. You can say that again.
Here he comes, dudes. There must be a way to stop this guy. He's gotta have a weakness. What was it that Bunny said?
Robotnik really loves himself. Everything he builds looks like him.
That's right. It was on page 3.
You forgot part 1 of this story.
I have just enough energy left for one last supersonic spin.
Whirr, 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 whirr.
Snively, what is that hedgehog doing to that mountain of mush?
He appears to be changing its shape, Master.
Well, stop him, Snively, before I... Wait! I must have a closer look at this. It's magnificent. It's colossal. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's me, sculpted from a mountain of mush. It's stupendous. It's perfect. It's falling. Yeah! Kersplat! I'll use my speed to clear a path through the muck to Robotnik's ship. Follow me, dudes. Vroom.
Way to run amok, Sonic.
Don't just stand there, you idiot. Dig me out.
Yes, Master, but I'm afraid this is going to take some time. All I have is a spoon.
Next day.
I went through a lot of trouble to cook this special breakfast. Why isn't anyone hungry?
No offense, Rotor, but couldn't you make us something besides Moby and mush?
Even Robotnik got mushy when we made him flat as a pancake. Pancakes. Yeah. The end. Moving on to part 2 of episode 7, issue 14. Sonic the Hedgehog and Tails? Tails says, "Oops, now my name is Mud." Sonic the Hedgehog in Tails' Taste of Power, part 1. Hang on, Sonic. I'll save you from that killer plant. Chill, Tails. I'm only taking care of Rotor's greenhouse while he's out. I was watering the passion flower when it grabbed me. Kiss, kiss. But if you really want to help, little buddy, you could take over for me and... Wow! You want me to take over for you? I can't believe it. Imagine, me, Tails, filling in for my hero as leader of the Freedom Fighters. Thanks, Sonic, Tails. I was about to say, can you take over for me and water Rotor's plants? Oh. Sorry, little buddy, but you're not ready to be a leader yet. Now I've got a juice. Later, dude. Soon. Sonic's right. I'm no leader. I can't even get a lead on the location of some food, and I'm hungry from all this work. Hey, look at the yummy piece of fruit hanging from that branch. Later. You mean you left Tails in charge of my greenhouse? It's cool, Rotor. He only watered your plants. That's something even little Tails can handle. Yo, how did my plants get so big? Whoa. Greetings, fellow freedom fighters. It was I who caused the plants to flourish. It's quite simple, really. I created a new plant food based on the equation x equals the degree of sunlight times the number of chromosomes divided by the process of photosynthesis. What? Huh? Look out, Rotor. Tails has been taken over by an evil robot gardener. Wait, Sonic. How do you know so much about plants, Tails? I don't know. I cogitated the equation while I was consuming this piece of fruit from one of your trees, Rotor. A piece of fruit? Oh no! What's up, Rotor? Tails ate the only apple I've ever been able to grow on this Mobian tree of wisdom. The what? The tree of wisdom. I found it in the forest years ago and tried to nurture it, but I could never get it to yield more than one apple. Eating the fruit of this tree is supposed to make a person super intelligent. I know it's hard to believe, but... Tails is now a genius. Help! Don't tell me you put your shorts on backwards again, Antoine. No! I was scouting with Sally and Bunny when we were ambushed. Ambushed? Yes. I managed to get away, but Sally and Bunny are trapped in the high weeds by the giant Shredbot. Looks like it's Sonic to the rescue. Zoom. Soon. Whirr. Whew, whew. The Shredbot is right behind us, Bunny. Keep running, sugar. I'm not part robot like you, Bunny. Whew, whew. I can't keep going. Sonic. Have no fear, dudettes. Zoom. I can handle that oversized weed eater. Watch this. Don't bother, Sonic. I shall subdue that metalliferous menace. Huh? Excuse me, but would you care to match your rotating cutlasses against my superior cerebral skills? Whirr. I thought you would. 3, 2, 1. Brzzt. Ha! Your blades have been rendered useless by my sharp wit. What a cutting remark. Tails, that was super. You're moving as fast as me, but how? Well, aerodynamically speaking, I measured the wind velocity and my estimated tail trepidation, and then I calculated the revolutions per second that would be necessary to propel my relatively diminutive body mass through the oxygenous atmosphere of Mobius. Of course, I also took into account the variables that may occur when engaging in instantaneous bodily acceleration, in reference to my respiratory system's theoretical inability to compensate the onslaught of air molecules. Shut up, Tails. You're crowding us out of the panel. But what does all this mean, Tails? It means that I am the obvious person to replace Sonic as the new leader of the Freedom Fighters. Time to follow the leader. End of part 1. Sonic the Hedgehog in Tails' Taste of Power, Part 2. Vroom. Sonic the Hedgehog. One of Robotnik's evil bots has found our hideout and is trying to capture me. Hang on, Rotor. I'll stop it. With a sonic spin. Wham! Oof! Sorry, Sonic, but your feeble gyrations cannot damage my Vacubot. Vacubot? I built it to do our housework, Sonic. It's made of a special metal alloy that Robotnik won't be able to detect with his sensors. Vroom. I had some metal left over, so I fashioned this badge of leadership in honor of myself. You know, he's beginning to get on my nerves. Tails, being intelligent doesn't automatically make you a leader. You need courage, experience. Tisk tisk. It looks as though I'll have to prove my superiority once and for all. By subduing our prime nemesis. Soon, in Robotropolis. Master Robotnik, there's a living being approaching your fortress.
Excellent, Snively. As soon as it's captured, be sure to roboticize it.
But sir, he's eluding the guards and getting through your security system with ease.
That's impossible. No one has ever gotten inside my domain. Except for that insurance salesman last month.
It appears to be that annoying little freedom fighter, the one called Tails.
Quick, make all the entrances airtight. And double lock the back door.
Don't bother, Robotnik.
What?
Let's not waste time. Because of my superior brain power, I insist that you surrender your entire empire to me, and stop being such a, bad person. And, let's see.
Why, I'll be happy to surrender. Just step forward a few paces. Bzzzt.
Sure, thanks clank clank lot? Meanwhile, I just finished analyzing this fruit that Tails ate, Sonic. I'm still trying to figure out what he meant by subduing our prime nemesis. The test showed that the apple's effects only last 24 hours. Tails is probably his old self by now, wherever he is. Nemesis means enemy, and our prime enemy is... Uh-oh. What's wrong, Sonic? Sonic? Seconds later... Vroom! That door's jammed. Good. Now I can get inside Robotnik's headquarters quick. My super brain got me into this trap, so I better think my way out.
Think again, my little intruder, for you are about to meet your end as a living being.
Scree! Press that button, Robotnik, and we'll all meet our ends. And for you, that's a big meeting. It's the Hedgehog. Tails was sent here on a death-defying mission. He was going to destroy your entire city, even if it meant destroying himself. I was?
And how was he going to do that? And how was he going to do that?
With this. Snap. Ack. This innocent-looking metal is really a new megaton explosive. It has enough power to level Robotropolis.
Liar. Scan that trinket, Snively, and tell me exactly what it's made of.
Yes, O discordious one. I don't get a reading, sir. He may be telling the truth.
No, no, it must be a trick.
One way to find out. You have 5 seconds to release my friend. 5.
Bah, you're bluffing.
4.
It's a hoax.
3.
You'll never go through with it.
2. 1.
Stop! I'll release him. Bzzzt. Don't throw it. Help!
You did it, Sonic. How did you know Robotnik would fall for your trick? Robotnik is a coward, Tails. That's the kind of thing a leader has to know. A leader? That's you, Sonic. How about leading us home? You got it. Back at Knothole. Poor Tails. Twan has been lecturing him for an hour. And I hope you have learned the lesson, Tails. You must always leave the leading to us real leaders. Yes, Antoine. To be the true leader like myself, you must be the best. You must be the bravest. You must be the coolest. Bing dong. But most of all, clunk, the bomb! You must be somebody everybody looks up to. The end. Sonic the Hedgehog in. Do it yourself, Sonic. Hey kids, Sonic the Hedgehog here. The writers are on vacation this week, so I'm helping them meet their deadline by scripting the next 3 pages. Why don't you help me help them by filling in the empty word balloons and sound effects? Your sentences should match the action and be able to fit inside each word balloon. Plus, you could win a prize. So turn in the pages and let's juice. Sonic the Hedgehog in. Why are we still here? Hey Tails, have you ever thought about the numerous chances that we've had to defeat Robotnik once and for all? And yet we always seem to let him get away for some reason. What's the deal with that? I don't know, Sonic. Every time I think about it, it seems like there's some unknown force that causes us to not pursue that type of blub, so that we will constantly be trapped in a perpetual cycle of repetition for some unseen audience's amusement. It keeps me up at night, man.
Crabbeat, quick! They're going through an existential crisis up there. We have to interject ourselves before they start to question the nature of reality.
I go through an existential crisis every time I'm destroyed and put back together. One second everything is black, and then the next second I wake up and it's like nothing happened. I'm sitting there wondering, is it me? Like the old me, but in a new body? Or is it a new version of me, but with all my previous self's memories? It keeps me up at night, man.
I know, right? And think about this. You're merely an object of my creation. All of you badniks are. And I've somehow endowed all of you with some form of limited sentience, but I order you around like you're mindless machines. And, are you dying every time you're destroyed? Or are you merely entering a transient state of being? And if I were to stop recreating you, is that considered a true death? Either way, creating all of you is probably the cruelest thing I've ever done.
Look, Sonic, I caught a fish. Is it okay that we're planning to eat this creature? I mean, it's not anthropomorphic like us, but that doesn't necessarily make it any less intelligent, right?
Don't think about it, Tails. Life is filled with a lot of gray areas, and you have to consider your own survival. If you stop to consider every negative effect your actions can have, you would end up doing nothing. All you can do is just try your best to be a good person while not causing any unnecessary harm to others.
I guess you're kind of right, Sonic. Think about it. Plants are alive too, and nobody seems to have any qualms with killing and eating them. Think about what a salad must look like to a head of lettuce.
Hold on, Tails. I've either got a big fish on my line, or I'm hooked on a rock again. Whoosh! Oh my gosh! Is that a dragon? Robotnik is building dragons now?
If Robotnik can build a dragon, how can we hope to defeat him?
What? No. What? This isn't a dragon. It's a whale. A killer whale. Why would I build a dragon in the water? It doesn't even look like a dragon. This is it, Tails. There's no way we could possibly hope to survive this. Robotnik has really outdone himself by building a giant robo-dragon. Stop. Please, stop. You're making this weird. I'm not even sure if I still want to do this right now. Sploosh!
Row faster, Sonic. Robotnik's dragon is catching up to us. It's gonna get us.
I'm rowing as fast as I can, Tails. Also, this might be a form of cosmic irony. Recompense brought on by our disregard for that fish's life in favor of our own. Swoosh! Ha! Take that, cosmic irony. You're not getting Sonic the Hedgehog this time. Kerblam! Holy guacamole, you were in that thing? You have the ability to build fully autonomous semi-sentient robots. Why would you build a weird-looking dragon bot that has to be piloted? That just seems inefficient.
Say cheese. And while we're on the subject, where do we get cheese from? And butter. Those are dairy products. And we don't have cows. Where are we getting the milk to make...
Tails, please. We don't have enough speech bubbles to discuss every crisis that passes through your head. Hurry up and take a picture of me and Robotnik's weird-looking dragon.
Thwap. Phew, that was harder than I thought. All finished? Good. Okay, class, now pay close attention, because here's what you do if you want to enter my real cool contest. Send the last 3 pages, or copies if you prefer, with all of the neat words and sound effects that you added, along with your name, age, address, and telephone number, to my pals at Archie Comics. They'll choose the best entries and 2 people will win Kazap. Wow, subscriptions to my comic book. Hurry and enter before August 15th, 1994. Only 1 entry per person, please. Winners will be notified by mail, and their stories will be printed in a future issue. Enter today. The end. Don't send anything into Archie Comics. I don't want to get in trouble because Archie suddenly started receiving a bunch of entries for a competition that ended more than 20 years ago. I only read this because it's part of the comic book. If anything, send them to me. I'll put a link to something in the description, and maybe I'll make a future video about it.
Sonic the Hedgehog has been a thorn in my side, but girls just want to have fun.
Math is hard. My place is in the kitchen.
Truer words were never spoken. You little ladies have given me a brilliant idea.
Playing with your toys again, my lord?
No, of course not. Slam. Merely plotting and scheming. Scheming and plotting. You know, the usual thing.
Of course, sir. Whatever could I have been thinking?
And what, pray tell, are the details of your latest master plan? It all boils down to 3 simple words. Know thy enemy. And I know that these enemies are a formidable team, but separated, they're weaklings. Once we've eliminated the Hedgehog, rip, and most of the other token heroes, shred, rip, shred, we are left with, ta-da, paper dolls, which can be easily shredded.
Later, shortly after sunset, looky there, princess. Searchlights. Wonder what all the hubbub is about. We'd better check it out. Well, kiss my grits. If'n that ain't the second smallest mall I've ever seen. I hope their prices are lower than Robotnik's morals. There's only one way to find out. Speaking of paper dolls, here comes a couple of cut-ups. And they're dropping into the mall. Hey! I've heard of basement bargains, but I didn't know you had to fall into the basement to get 'em. The trap has been sprung, sir.
Quite so, Snively. The security cameras captured their downfall in exquisite detail. Come along now. Let's not keep our unsatisfied customers waiting. Good evening, ladies.
Robotnik, so you're the feeble mind behind this mini-mall.
You catch on fast, princess, but not quite fast enough for your own good. Sonic may be the brains and brawn of your organization, but the 2 of you make excellent bait. All you can do now is just sit around and wait to be rescued. Ha 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 ha!
Well, I declare, y'all ain't nothing but a male chauvinist pig, Doc. 100% pure oinker. We're more than capable of taking care of ourselves, thank you very much. Shall we, Bunny? You bet, Princess. Time to raise some consciousness.
Bam! Op! Hi!
And lower the boom. We're gonna shut down your nickel and dime store operation and kick some robo butt in the process.
Bam!
This is not my department. Whew! What a workout!
Crack!
How are you holding up, Bunny? It ain't how I'm holding up, it's what I'm holding up and throwing out. That was fun. High five.
Smack!
Yeah, Sonic usually hogs all the action. And speaking of hogs,
Gulp!
quick as a wink. There. Don't they look purty? You've been bad boys, but you can have your toys back anyway. We've made a few political corrections. Girls can do anything. Never underestimate the power of a princess. What was that about shredding paper dolls, sir?
Oh, be quiet.
So much for low prices and courteous service. Yeah, talk about cheap thrills. Crack! Let's take our business elsewhere. Sonic, what are you doing? Clipping coupons out of the Mobius Free Press. The new Mobius Mall is having a sale on game cartridges again. Men, that's all they think about. Fun, games, and shopping. What did I say? The end. Boy oh boy, that's the end of this episode. The video is late at the time of me recording this, so I'm just going to keep it brief. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next episode. And until then, catchphrase. Of course, that's only a theory. A game theory. I don't remember. It's true what they say. With great power comes great With great genius comes great power. This Tarzan stuff is for the birds, not for foxes. You flying though. That's for the birds. There they are, There they are, O Demented One. Oh wait. There they are, O Demented One. I suppose it's too late to mention that I preferred striped moons to polka dot ones. Shut up, Tails. Sorry, Twan. I don't think Robotnik will wait for that many years. Dang. It all boils down. It all boils down to 3 simple words. Good evening, ladies. Robotnik? Who else? Literally, who else? What? Let's take our business elsewhere. Let's take our business Dang it, I keep saying business.